Comic Uno. Today I'm doing a review for Super Knocked Up issue 1, which I just did a mailroom video on because Jeff Burns, who does the web series for Super Knocked Up, sent me this, and I've been loving the web series, so I was very excited to read this comic book. So thank you so much for sending this, and let's talk about this issue. And also to check out Super Knocked Up, in the description below there'll be a link to the episodes of Super Knocked Up, and also the comic book where you could buy Super Knocked Up if you want to buy it. And also there'll be annotations for that. So let's talk about this issue. Let's talk about the cover first. I really enjoy this cover because we have in the web series, you know, homemade type of costumes, and we actually get to see superhero, supervillain costumes, so I thought that was a really nice change, and I'm glad they kind of went this route. I really like the styles they use for the costumes. I was really looking forward to see that in a comic book, and also it just shows what this whole entire concept of this book and this web series is about, is that a supervillain gets knocked up by a superhero, and that's such a great dynamic and a great change. It's a great concept, I would say, and really original, so I was actually really looking forward to this. So great cover. Let's see if I like the story. So in this issue we get to learn a little bit about Jessica James, who's the supervillain of the story and who's going to be the future mother. And we find out how she meets the superhero, and how she gets pregnant, really, and how they have this fight and they end up, I guess, having a connection, but because they are supervillain and superhero, they can't be together. But when she finds out that she's pregnant, they kind of have to end up being together, or at least that's insinuated in the web series. So we get to see again just a little bit of a background of like what happened with the battle and how the night actually started, because in the web series we just see her wake up and say, oh, you know, why is he sitting next to me, like what happened last night? So we get to see the fight that kind of brought you to that, which I thought was really interesting. So yeah, I really enjoyed this because the ending just shows where really the web series starts, and I really like that, and I really enjoy the art. It's really great for an independent book, and like I said, it's really great for the costumes. I really enjoy, because we don't get to see that in the show. So I really enjoy the web series. I think it's a very original story. We don't really get to see the supervillain and superhero fall in love, or even though they're not really falling in love, my guess in the end they kind of will fall for each other once they have to go through this whole journey and have a kid together. That's my guess. Even though their personalities don't clash and one's a supervillain and one's a superhero, I feel like they're going to understand each other a little bit more. And I hope we get to see that in the comic book and see that in the TV show. And something I like about this tie-in is that it didn't repeat the episode. Yes, I think it did a really great job in tying in with the episode, where we get to see that last scene, which was very important for the web series, but it didn't repeat itself. We get to see a new adventure, and I hope we get to see that with tie-ins, a new adventure, not, you know, a repeat. And I'm glad that they're tying in a way that you don't have to pick up the comic book, but it's just another insight, and I like that about tie-ins. I really enjoyed this. The only thing I didn't like was the fight was a little, I don't know, I didn't love the fight just because I didn't like the characters, because we haven't learned about those characters in the show yet. So we get to see like the whole supervillain and superheroes of the universe, but we really don't know much about them. I think I was more interested in our superhero and our main supervillain, that Jessica, and I can't think of his name right now, but you know, the superhero. So I really enjoyed this though. I think it had a really good story. The art was good. Yeah, so definitely pick this up if you've been if you've been watching the series, and if you haven't been watching the web series, just go in the description below, though. You could check that out and see if you like it. I would watch the web series first, and if you don't like the web series, I wouldn't pick up the comic book. But if you enjoy the web series, I think this is a really great tie-in for the web series. It's only 5 episodes, so I think you should go check it out. I've been really enjoying it, and so go check it out. I really like this issue. I'm gonna give it 4 stars only because the price for the printed comic is a little high. I think it's like $4.50, and that's a little high for a printed comic because it's on a little bit of the shorter side for this. I mean, it's like a regular comic, but a little bit on the shorter side. So I would actually get this in digital comic form, which I think it's like $1.50 or something. You could go check the link, but I think it's worth it in digital form, that way you could read it, and cheaper, and I think it's worth it getting it that way. So I'm going to give this 4 stars. It was really solid. I like this tie-in a lot, and I recommend this comic and the web series. So go check that out. This is Comic Uno. And guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the Random Situations, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.